Good morning! Hello and welcome to Baby's first 24-hour readathon, hosted by me, for me. It is 10:27 a.m. I'm aiming to start this video by 10:30 so that we have a nice clean number to end our reading vlog on tomorrow. I don't know what this is. We're doing 24 hours of reading. That's why we're here. I can't recall a time that I've done one of these. I may have done one in the past, but it's not like coming to mind when I'm trying to recall it. I need to find books to read. I haven't thought about it, and you're gonna come along on that process with me. Now, I was gonna read the entire Heartstopper series, but everywhere locally has sold out of it, except for the first book, which I already have. So we're not doing that. We're not jumping on that bandwagon today, but I do still want to read a graphic novel. I read and finished Verity last night by Colleen Hoover, and I need something light to top that off with. So I'm thinking that I might read Bloom as a part of this. I've spoken about this before, but this is a new adult romance following two boys as they fall in love, and the setting is in a bakery in a small town, which I'm so excited for. Bird is losing his marbles in the background and I want to cry. So either Bloom, or I might instead pick up Lore Olympus, which is another graphic novel that I've been super excited about. And this is a Persephone Hades retelling. Again, I think it was a webtoon initially, and now it's a book, and so I'll read it. So I'm thinking one of either of these two, but other than that, I actually haven't got much of an idea. So let's consult my TBR card. This is only half of it. The other half is in the bookshelf. I'm thinking something light, something fluffy, something that is going to lift my spirits and prompt me to read more, because I've been in a bit of a reading slump and I haven't been reading any books for fun. So that's why, another reason why we're doing this today. The Kiss Quotient is one I could do. I've got a few up in my other bookshelf actually that I might look at for fluffy romances, because these are all new and I feel like I need to read some of the old ones first. So let's take a bit of a trip into a different section of the bookshelves. So we have an entire other shelf here. I'm thinking to keep things interesting, I'll switch up the genres. So we've got graphic novel. I would like to read, yes, like a fluffy romance, and I'm thinking I might do The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, or Beach Read by Emily Henry, because this is an author that has blown up and she's always everywhere I see. So one of these two. I might go with The Hating Game because I want to watch the movie and I haven't seen that yet. So Hating Game is gonna be a fluffy romance for this one. Okay, that's all we need from this shelf. So I'm gonna get off this chair now. I am also listening to The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary on audiobook as well. I've been listening to that for a week now and I've got about half of it left. So that's for like, if I have to actually do stuff today, I'm also gonna be listening to that. So it's technically still reading. But if perchance I finish all of those, and all of those being The Road Trip, The Hating Game, or either of these graphic novels, I will, and hold me to it, start A Darker Shade of Magic. It needs no explanation that this book is cursed for me and that I never read it. So this is it. This is the time when I finally actually read A Darker Shade of Magic. Stay tuned. I'm still tossing up. I think I might do Bloom. I think we're gonna go with Bloom for this one. We'll keep Lore Olympus for another day. So this, plus The Road Trip, is my TBR for today. That scares me, saying today and not this weekend. So watch this space. I do actually have a few like house chores, life admin stuff to do first. So we are going to kick off with The Road Trip, which I'm like a quarter of the way from the end. That is much sooner than I anticipated. That's where we're starting today. Let's go. Hello. So we're an hour and 26 minutes from the end of the road trip, which I am quite enjoying actually at this point. I haven't really told you what it's about. So the road trip follows 5 people as they are on their way to a wedding. There was like a car breakdown and they all end up needing to drive together to go to this wedding. However, there's a lot of history between all of the characters, and as the story unfolds, we learn a lot more about what happened in the past and how that's then affecting what's happening now in the present. So lots is happening in that, but I'm gonna sit down and start reading Bloom now. This art style is so cute, so cute. I'm so excited. This is gonna be great. A mere 100 pages into this graphic novel and I already love it more than anything else that I've probably read this year. The characters are super cute. The humor comes across so well. In the past when I've read graphic novels, I've never really appreciated the actual drawing of them, but I'm starting to, and it's gorgeous and I love it so much already. I'm excited to continue, but I'm hungry because they just baked blueberry muffins with a streusel. The streusel has a recipe. I want to bake now, but I can't because it's a reading 24-hour thing and I don't want to take up time baking because baking takes a long time. So I will satisfy myself by baking this weekend instead, and we will just keep reading Bloom. But I do need food because I'm hungry, so we're gonna go get quick food. Quick and easy and simple food. As much as I'm conflicted about him, I feel like I am Ari. Look at the little cute bean with his coffee. Oh, okay. Bye. Don't eat Baymax! He did nothing to you! You guys! But actually, seriously, Bloom blew my expectations out of the water. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start recommending this to everyone. I really wish that there was more story. Like, there's some bits that just sort of jumped in the storyline. So obviously, like, it skips many months at a time at some points, but I feel like sometimes the scene jumps didn't give enough description of what happened. But I mean, it's a graphic novel and I don't know how to review graphic novels yet. There is a recipe for sourdough in the back and like, am I gonna make sourdough? I need to make a starter. I think that this is my entry into making sourdough starters. I eat enough sourdough, I should just start making it myself. But yeah, so we finished Bloom. Bloom is the first book that we have finished for this video today. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to attend to my yelling bird for a little bit. I'm gonna listen to the road trip, which I'm hoping to finish in this sitting. Surely there's not that much story left. All of the stuff has happened. We know what all the past stuff was. And then we will start the hating game. That is next on the hit list. Also, does anyone know if there's like prints that I can buy for this? I did a little quick search, but I didn't want spoilers before I finished the book, so I didn't keep looking. But let me know, because I need some of these panels in my life, just on my walls all the time. Some of my favorite ones were just the real existential life ones because they just hit a bit close to home. But it just was so genuinely cute. Oh my god. I already want to read it again. We'll give it a couple of weeks and then we'll read it again. Alright, I'm going now. Alright, time to change up the beverage variety in this video. We have had 2 cups of coffee and I am saving the rest of my caffeine allowance for tonight so that I can continue reading into the 24 hours of this vlog. So, for now we have to choose. So many decisions in this video. Alright, our decision choices are Earl Grey, English breakfast, or chamomile and spearmint, which I'm not feeling that's like a nighttime one, so that's out of the running. I'm gonna do Earl Grey, I think. Feeling the florals today. Feeling the floral feels. I have been listening to the road trip and we're almost at the end. I'm literally like half an hour from the end of it. Can you hear him? He's being so loud. Yes, you. No paddy waggy. So, really quick update because I know that the kettle is loud and so is the bird. But at least, look, it's going nuts. We're only about half an hour from the end of the road trip. Everything is kind of coming to a head, but I wanted to save that for this afternoon when I inevitably have to make dinner or do something else to stop yelling or do something else to clean the house. So I am actually going to come and sit out here to keep him quiet and entertained for a little bit to start reading The Hating Game. Do you know what The Hating Game's about? I'm going to take your silence as a no. Cool. Well, I can tell you. No, you don't want me to tell you? Alright. There is a movie starring Lucy Hale who was in Pretty Little Liars. I really want to watch that. So I'm going to read the book first because I have the book and I wanted to read the book before I knew that there was a movie. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go make my cup of tea now. Can you be trusted to be left alone? Do you want to peek in? Jared is home. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so we're 50 pages into The Hating Game and I hate it so far. It's not like terrible, but there's just some things that are like, don't sit right. So the premise of this, I now know, is we have 2 colleagues who work in the same office. They have the same role just for different bosses because the company merged into one, so now there's 2 bosses and 2 assistants, and there is a job promotion going for one of them, supposedly. That would mean that they become the other one's boss, and so naturally they then have to like compete to be the better assistant. It's meant to be a hate to love, and like I understand the hate, it's there, it's definitely there and it's palpable, but it's just sexual tension, like it's not actually hate. I think there's no character, and that's what I don't like so far, because usually stories like this are character driven for me and I don't love the characters, which is hard coming off the back of Bloom where I love them on page 1. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're just past 50, so we're at chapter 5 now. I'm gonna keep reading because I hope it gets better. Can't wait for the actual flirting to start because this like hate jab flirting slight obsession is weird and I don't like it. Hello, welcome back. It is now nighttime. It is 5:56 p.m. so it's 6 p.m. at this point. I really hate this light. Hang on, we're gonna change that. Okay, cool. Hi, welcome back. Yes, so we finished the road trip. I enjoyed it. It was like a nice character profiling story. There wasn't really much of a plot. It was very character driven, very character based, and then like the story of the characters was the plot. So as I said before, it is following a group of people as they're traveling to a wedding, and circumstances have thrown an ex-boyfriend and girlfriend together, and there's like all of this underlying hinted at tension in all of the friendships, but then we get flashbacks to the past and it actually explains that a lot more, and it tells you the story up until the breakup and everything that happened there. Ended really nicely. I think that it was believably realistic in a way. I liked it much more than I'm enjoying the hating game right now. I've literally only made it 40 more pages since last time I updated you, and it's been hours. I'm just very confused. I'm very confused by how they're doing the plot of this story, because 50 pages in, they're making out, but she still like hates him but is like obsessed with him, and he is like mysterious and like came onto her, and it was non-consensual, and I'm confused. We're gonna leave it there. I'm very confused. I'm gonna keep going because I need to know what happens now. More than 250 pages to go, so we'll see how long that takes me. Hopefully I get into it tonight, but I plan on staying up quite late. It is only 6, so I have some time up my sleeve. We'll see how we go. And again, we have until 10:30 tomorrow morning, so I might even get up early and finish it if I haven't finished it by then. But that's my update at 6 p.m. Oh boy, it has been a long day already. I just missed the characters from Bloom. I want to go back into that world. That was such a nice book. I'm now going to go and continue to read Ow, The Hating Game. At this point I kind of just want to watch the movie instead of reading it, but we've started and I am a completionist, so we have to finish it. We're at 7:42. I'm already losing steam. I'm about to go and make some caffeine to get me through, but I have almost hit halfway. We're almost at halfway. Still confused. I still don't know what they're going to put into the second half of this book, because like an entire hate to love romance has happened in the first half of the book to an extent. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think we have a fake dating trope about to come up, a forced proximity one about to come up. I don't know. I just don't know with this book. I can't predict it. I do want to watch the movie though, because I feel like it might be better, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Am I enjoying myself? I don't know, but I'm still going. So there is that. Coffee.
Nice one. Thank you. Nice one.
Okay, it is. Oh boy. Almost 8, which means we have about 2.5 hours to get some way, finally, through a dark shade of magic. She's doing it. I feel like, again, this needs no introduction. So I'm going to smash out as much as I can. I'm gonna hopefully try to get to maybe page 100. I feel like that's a reasonable goal for 2.5 hours, page 100 in a dark shade of magic. We'll see how we go. Yep, that's where we're at. I'm so tired. We finished the hating game last night though. That was a fun, interesting ride. So Sally Thorne, from the author of this book, is actually Australian, which is cool. And I didn't know that. This started off as a solid 2.5, probably until like halfway, 3/4 of the way through, and then upped itself to a 3.75, just because the tropes were fun, the story was fun after that, everything was kind of just fun after that point. But the start, confusing, problematic. The main characters have a dynamic that it took a bit to get used to, and then once I was used to it, I was able to sort of settle into the story and actually enjoy what was happening, but the main characters, I feel like they've got some problems in themselves. I think that there's some weird control issues that were happening, and it was fun in the end. It was fun enough that I overlooked some of the prejudices that I had towards it at the start. So The Hating Game, we finished it. We need to get into a more like reading appropriate attire rather than pajamas. So Hang 10. Much better. Let's read. I have not left this chair for nearly 24 hours and it has been amazing. So it is 10:33. Went a little bit over time, but we did it. We did 24 hours of reading. We finished 3 books in that 24 hours. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. It made it a lot easier to read. I think it helped that I wasn't reading anything that required too much like thinking or too much like active effort to read, which was really nice. So just to recap, we started this yesterday listening to The Road Trip and we ended up finishing that one. It came out at a solid 3.75 stars. I think the character profile was quite good, but I just felt not like super enthralled by it. And if I was reading it, I probably may not have finished it. So that was The Road Trip. It was fun to an extent. Then we read Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganichow. This is probably the favorite that I read yesterday. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. Like, there's so many things that were relatable, heartwarming. I really loved Bloom. I loved it so much. I gave this 5 stars. I don't rate graphic novels very often, so 5 stars for that one. We'll see if that changes. And then I started The Hating Game by Sally Thorne yesterday afternoon. I've already kind of spoken about this today, but I ended up giving it a 3.75 stars. It started off really confusing and a bit weird and a little bit problematic, and then it kind of ended with like a good slow burn. It was a really good slow burn. It was fun. I'm actually kind of excited to watch the movie, to be honest, because I think there was a lot of scenes in there that I hope make the movie, because they made the book very, very good. And then we started A Dark Shade of Magic, finally. I'm very proud of myself. It's happened. It's been years in the making at this point. We made it to page 83, so we didn't quite hit 100, but that's okay. But that is all the books. 24 hours are done. I am going to go and shower and become a human again for the day, eat some food, and then we're going shopping. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had fun coming along on this 24-hour reading journey with me. I had a lot of fun doing it, so it may happen again. Who knows? Watch this space. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night or whatever time it is where you are. Please consider subscribing if you are not already. That would be amazing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!